I'm back. Well, I just got back. Mm-mm. Yeah, I just got back for a few appointments, taking care of my stuff. So how y'all doing out there? Um, yeah, it's like freaking brick outside. So just got back from, taking care of some business. We damn sure got a lot of stuff to do today, so uh, that was just a little small thing compared to what's gonna happen tonight. Okay, I had to go in a different room to talk because I was sitting here watching Street Soldiers on Channel 5, but something just blocked me from watching it. Like, I have so much things going on in my head. Truly, I think this Mercury retrograde is starting and it's already messing with me emotionally and psychologically. Um, I have never been this emotional online before, let alone on camera. But I kind of feel very emotional right now. And like I said, I think it's the Mercury retrograde is really messing with me. I'm sitting in different rooms trying to get a quiet feeling and a relaxing feeling and see if I'm comfortable enough to really talk. So I'm in my bathroom. I just sit here and I was just thinking about a lot of stuff. And I was just sitting here like wondering what is going on with me in my head. Like, why I got so much stuff in my head. Like, I was in deep in thought for the last hour. And when I was watching TV, I was just sitting here thinking about a lot of stuff. And I was thinking about maybe about one or two people's. So I was watching maybe about 2 to 3 tarot card reading videos like I always do. Yes, sometimes they do really get to me. Sometimes they speak the truth. This time they really spoke the truth because now I'm freaking out here and I'm sitting here thinking about it and I'm thinking about the person that they was talking about because for the last couple of weeks, one person has been in my mind in every reading and that reading keeps coming up with their zodiac sign, and I hate when the zodiac sign keeps popping up in every reading. So my zodiac sign was popping up as well as his zodiac sign was popping up. Now here's the thing, as for everybody that knows about my relationship with my ex, you know I spent the last year trying getting over my ex. I haven't thought about him. I haven't even really mentioned his name or even looked at his pictures. In fact, I erased all of his pictures out of my phone for a good reason because in order for you to move on and cleanse your system, you have to get over your ex, right? Yeah, so back to what I was saying. Um, I'm gonna say this real quick because I have a lot on my mind. I want to get it out before it's too late. So, um, so like I was saying with the Mercury retrograde, it has officially kicked in this as of this afternoon. But how I was feeling was like from 24 hours ago up until now, and the feeling really haven't really gone over yet. And um, I hate to be the one to let this linger on because it's really gonna mess with my psychological problem. Like, it's really gonna mess with my head and my emotions, and that's something I don't really need. I've been doing so good so far, not thinking about him and not thinking about a lot of stuff. Um, I'm put. I had already put my ego to the side. This has nothing to do with pride, ego, or anything like that. This is more of an emotional thing, and it turns into a psychological thing and a physical thing once you start taking it out on yourself. Like, physically, you really mess your body up. You really put more stress on yourself 10 times as much as anybody else. You really don't know how it could really badly affect you until physically you start losing weight, you start getting sick. things start to happen rapidly in the wrong way, and that's not something you really want. So, to prevent my body from reacting in any way, I'm trying to get myself out of this phone. So, what's going on is I had did a reading on myself as of yesterday, and I was looking at this reading today. I'm piggybacking off the video that I made one night ago, and it was basically off of the twin flame video. Now that was a good video I did, and I made some valid points, and I see a couple of people seeing it, so I take it they really like it, and it really struck with them. Now what struck me the most is I really didn't believe the full moon thing, and I really didn't believe how cancers could be affected by the full moon. But people started to like screw that in my head a lot more. It's more of a physiological thing, a psychological thing. I don't know, but they say that emotionally you get affected by the full moon because it takes you to a place where you, I don't know, you normally wouldn't put yourself in. And as of now, I'm sitting here thinking like, if me sitting here thinking about this is because of the full moon or it's because of him. And then I was sitting here like, you know what? I think it's him. So here's the thing. Hear me out before you start judging me and assume the worst about me. Just hear the whole story. So I lit up a candle, wrote his name on it, wrote what I didn't want and what I wanted in a man. I did the cleanse. The cleanse take up to 48 hours to be put in effect. Then I did it the second time. So every other month, I'm gonna honestly say this to y'all. Every other month, I do the full moon reading / cleanse. Every month, I do the love spell, peace spell, and of the soul cleansing and meditate for 17 nights straight. And I do meditate for up to 2 hours, and then I give myself a break, and then I meditate until I go to sleep every night. So I make this a constant thing for the last 10 years. I did this way before I started getting into the whole tarot card reading thing and before the whole psychic thing, because I believe in spiritual cleansing auras. Universe speaks to you in a certain way, and then I had a certain, like I say, certain gifts of mine I had since childbirth, but I never really, thought about it. I never really, how you say it, I never put anything into action and never really embraced my gifts up until recently. And then when I start exposing my real self and exposing my gifts, this was back in 2010, 2011. So I was like, what was the one thing I really wanted that I never got a chance to even ask for, even think about, let alone even strive to even achieve? So I was like, I was never into really dating at the time. I really wasn't taking anything or anybody serious. All I was doing was just casually dating, having fun, going out with my girlfriends, and then go club hopping and everything. So I come home and then I started all over again. Then I was holding down 1 or 2 jobs. And the third job I was holding down, it was really wasn't the most flattering job ever, but it kept money in my pocket. So I was like, you know what? Let me write down something I never achieved that I wanted to achieve. And I was like, you know what? As bad as this gonna sound, because I'm a female and I'm a young female at that, and I should be striving for this since I was a little girl, was to find real love, was to try to date. Mind you, like I said, I really wasn't in the dating phase. I wasn't taking anything serious. So I was like, I bought a candle. I list all the things I wanted in a guy, and I burned it overnight. Little did I know, I bought the wrong candle. They say if you was looking for love, you buy a pink candle. I bought a red candle. I carved the word love in it, and I burnt it overnight, and I list everything that I wanted. And within 24 to 48 hours, it took effect, and it took effect so bad. When I say so bad, I mean that I got everything that was the opposite of love. And plus, I got into two fights that happened out of the whole thing. So that really took a bad effect, and I didn't like that. So I had to look up online and had to talk to some people to see what really cancels the bad effects of this wish and how can I reverse it. So they say it takes up to normally it would take up to 30 days to reverse the whole effect, but in this case for me it took up to maybe about 21, I like to say 17 to 21 days to take a full effect. So I managed to reverse the whole, spell. So from now on, I don't do the spells with the red candles. I do it with the white and pink candles. And for money, I would burn the green candle because that's the best thing ever. So the money candle, it burns within 24 hours. Everything starts coming full effect in 48 hours. And yes, it does work. I highly recommend that. For the love candles, the white and pink, you carve the name of the person that you're in love with, or carve the word love or whatever, or friendship. And within 48 hours, that's what you'll get. So with me, I carved it. Within 48 hours, I have found the love of my life. I found friendship, love and friendship and everything within people's, and it lasted for years. The longest it was, I would have to say within 7 to 8 years, it really did last it and it really worked. So I recommend y'all do that as well. Okay. So like I said, it really does work. I just wanted to give you a heads up and let y'all know, like, don't make the same mistake I was making. I think that's the reason why it was taking effect on me in the wrong way, and that's the reason why I've kind of been in a messed up mood, and my behavior was really unexplainable for like the whole 2 weeks. So I went back and I was watching this movie. I ain't gonna say what movie, but y'all gonna think I'm cheesy because it's from like a high school thing. But that was like my favorite high school thing, and it carried on with me up until I was an adult. So hey, that's my little secret, right? But I started watching this movie, and it gave me a couple of things to think about, and it gave me an idea of what I should do. Like it was giving me ideas of what to do. So I tried it. There was a spell on this. It was okay. Call me cheesy, but it was a spell in this movie that this girl tried to attract her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend actually, and she was deeply in love with this guy. Like she gave her whole heart to him and everything. Told him how she felt, like gave him the whole works, and he just didn't reciprocate in the right way. He didn't reciprocate at all. In fact, he really left her alone for good, like stayed away from her, even went as far as embarrassing her in front of the whole school. So what she did was set up the spell, invited him over to the house, and the spell took effect on him within 10 minutes, and he suffered in the worst way. After that, he was nowhere to be found. He was very much suffering. And when they did find him at the end of the movie, he was literally like destroyed. He was messed up. Like, oh my God, he really looked bad. So I kind of laughed because I thought it was funny, and I thought he really did deserve it because girls don't deserve being teased and being made fun of, let alone being ghosted. And I understand like how you can go from being in love with somebody and making them like your number one thing. Like this guy was really in love with this girl. Like he really treated her like she was his everything. But the minute he started feeling himself, started to become very popular, people started to pay attention to him more, started to like him more. She started to disappear more, and it was like she went from being his girlfriend to being nothing at all, and he would bypass her in the halls all the time. So I was like, oh my God, like I really hate that. So I'm glad that really took effect. But back to this full moon thing. I am really messed up. Like my head's really messed up. I really need somebody to talk to. This is how you know I need somebody to talk to, because at 1 minute I could be okay, I could be chilling right now, and next minute it's like a lot of things could be going wrong, or I could be feeling so confused. I could be feeling lonely, feeling disturbed. Like my head right now is like confused, it's like scrambled, as if somebody just shook my head really quick and everything just scrambled, just popped right out of place. But I don't know. I just didn't want to bother the wrong peoples because I don't know what they was gonna say, and I didn't know that they was gonna start catching attitude. And right now, I don't need nobody to catch attitude. I'm staying here trying to talk. So I decided to just toss, yeah, pop on this video and see what happens. My intentions for this video is not to have people pity on me. Please don't show pity on me. Don't get emotional with me. Everything is fine. I'm going to be fine. I just need to vent a little bit because my emotions are stirring up right now. And as, like I say, when I was watching these videos, it kind of stirred my emotions a little bit. And I was sitting here thinking about this reading. The last three readings were saying the same thing in different ways. And then on top of that, it made me think about this person. So I was like, okay, now it's time for really, you know, it's time for me to really like pick up and move and do what I need to do. It's like I need to keep myself busy. And it's a Friday night. It just turned 11 o'clock, and I'm sitting here wondering what's going to happen next, especially for this weekend. What the hell is going to happen this weekend for me? I have nothing to do. I'm basically sitting in my apartment, alone and watching repeats all night. And this is what I'm going to be doing all day until Monday, all weekend actually until Monday. Next week I have 3 appointments, so it's like, oh my God. So I hope you have a really good weekend. Um, just hey, have fun for me in spirit. Since I don't drink or smoke or party anymore, so y'all just do it for me. And y'all tell me all about it. I'd like to hear what y'all have to say. I'm gonna be spending my weekends watching movies, TV, and being on my phone and edit videos all day. And I like to see who will try to come visit me. It'd be nice to have somebody to come visit me for once, or we can hang out outside, something like that. I mean, it's supposed to be nice like it is today. Like today was really beautiful. So let's see what goes on this weekend. I am doing another reading, but it's on somebody else. And one thing I like to do is the gift reading. Like, I like to see what's going to happen. I can, like I say, for me to be a empath and everything, like, and a bit of a, like, I ain't gonna call myself a psychic, but I do have visions, premonitions, and stuff, so I could tell you what's gonna happen, based on your energy and whatever spirit tells me, I let you know. But let's just see what's going on. Like, I need company. Like, if you try to keep me company, that'd be great. I would like your company. I need company this weekend, so